Okay, here is my review on Deadpool 2. Now, I did a review on Ready Player One, this film, on the main channel back in April when I saw it in the cinema on secret showing with my friend. That, again, I felt was a film that could have ended better. Deadpool's a film that could have started better. For the most part, Deadpool 2, really good film. Introduces Cable, another character from the Marvel Universe that I do like. I'm not a overly big fan of all these Marvel films. I think they are doing a bit of overkill. I think Deadpool and Cable are probably the only two characters in the Marvel Universe that I actually like. And their comics are the ones I would actually read. Deadpool was the only Marvel film franchise that I've actually been looking forward to. And then the first one came out, and I was just looking forward to the second one. The delays in getting Deadpool out and getting the Deadpool franchise going. Considering that Ryan Reynolds, the guy who plays him, wasn't happy with his portrayal of Deadpool in previous Marvel films. Uh, I think they've got Deadpool right. I think they've got Cable right, and it opens up a a possibility of having a film about Cable, or at least definitely a third Deadpool, because the way the film ends, which I think is far better than the way the first one ends. I think the ending of the second one is better than the ending of the first one. However, the beginning of the film, they kill Vanessa off far too soon. Far too soon. If you're going to remove a major character from the first film in a sequel, you've got to do it a bit later on. This happens in so many sequels where the sequel is not quite as good as the first one, or they carry on with a first film, be it an action film or a period drama kind of series of films, and a major character in that series of films in a sequel is killed off very early on in that sequel. They could have possibly written that in a bit later, put some more flashback scenes in, keep her character around a little bit longer. Uh, Domino come in as well, another strong female character, sort of replacing Vanessa in a sense. Well played, not gonna lie there. Terry Crews, good little cameo from Terry Crews in there as well. The X Force cameos of all those mutants in there, quite funny. But again, too short. Could have been a little bit longer. But I did feel that the Cable character opens up a door to a Cable series of franchise of films that Marvel could go down. And we could find out more about Cable's backstory in a Cable film. That also leaves it open for a Deadpool 3 Cable kind of crossover, where Cable gets a far bigger role. And we dig into what Cable is, which is basically a futuristic version of Deadpool. They're very similar anti-hero characters. They're not good, they're not bad, they're just mercenaries. Similar background stories, similar roles. Both lose loved ones. So there's a lot of open-endedness with Cable, where they could go down and do various plot lines with Cable. They could do his backstory and figure out where Cable actually comes from in the film. If you read the comics, you'll know there's backstories to Cable. Seeing Juggernaut escape from the prison transport. Now, at the end, you see Juggernaut climbing out of the fountain. He's still a little bit shocked, electrocuted, whatever. But that means Juggernaut is now on the loose in the Marvel Universe. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Juggernaut as a protagonist in a later film as well. That is a very interesting escape. Obviously, he's a rather big, huge character. Obviously, his brother's Professor X, so that's a very interesting one. But seeing that Juggernaut is now a character in the Marvel Universe that has been released, he's out there. So clearly, Juggernaut could be a character as well that could be looked at as a protagonist of the bad guy kind of protagonist in a later Deadpool film, or in another Marvel film where one of the X-Men or heroes has to stop Juggernaut. But when the bad guy is the main character, like the Silver Surfer, it doesn't seem to work as well for the Marvel films. Overall, good film. Not quite as good as the first, but the ending is better than the first because it leaves it more open for a sequel or for other films to offshoot, such as a Cable film, maybe Juggernaut in there. Fun. I didn't find the Stanley cameo. That doesn't mean that Stanley didn't do a cameo, but I didn't see any old man cameoing in this one. I will try and find that Easter egg rewatching it. I think that's the best way to do it. I haven't seen the deleted scenes yet. I haven't seen the gag reel yet on the DVD package, but overall, not a bad film. I think if you ever look at a series of films, the second one is always not as good as the first. Although in some trilogies, the second one can be better and flesh out the first one. And I have a series of films that have, been done as a franchise series Some of them are action films, some are just gangster films, some are, I like Deadpool, comedy, action, superhero, kind of sci-fi films. I do find that in a trilogy or in a series, it's very hard to keep consistently making the same level of film. There is going to be that one or the odd film that does fall a lot flatter than the others. This one isn't one of them. It's a strong sequel. It's just not as good as the first one. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's not often that I do film reviews. It's not often that I do videos on the History Buffing channel. It's more the sports channel that gets more of the video content. But having watched it now, I thought I'll give it a good review. And of course, I was wearing this shirt when I reviewed Ready Player One. So every time I do a film or game review, I'll be wearing the old Vegas shirt. You can tell it's a review video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.